Welcome to Speak Up English Hub, C2 listening practice for improving your fluency in English.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Speak English Hub. Today's explainer is a little different and honestly a lot of fun. We're doing something unique. We're going to master some highly advanced English vocabulary by exploring the really profound concepts in Mandy Morris's 8 Secrets to Powerful Manifesting. So, for this session, I'm acting as both your English teacher and your motivational coach. We are going to elevate your language skills and your mindset all at once as we literally learn to speak the language of transformation. Let's get into it.
Here is the roadmap for our explainers today. We'll start with the language of transformation, map out the subconscious mind, and then get into the metaphors of energetic forces. After that, we'll look at the manifestation blueprint, hit a quick interactive vocabulary checkpoint, and finally wrap up with embodying your future self.
Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1, the language of transformation, where we look at the immense power of storytelling. You know, one of the absolutely most powerful tools we have in English is storytelling. Mandy Morris actually opens her book with a deeply personal story about overcoming emotional turmoil. She says she began to abandon the essence of who she'd been. Think about how powerful that phrase is. To abandon means to completely give up, to walk away from. And the essence means the fundamental core nature of something. Also notice the grammar there. Who she'd been uses the past perfect tense to describe a state that existed before another traumatic point in time. It is just a beautifully tragic way to express losing your core identity. She also describes getting stuck in what she calls a self-flagellating loop. Okay, let's actually practice that pronunciation real quick together. It's self-flagellating. Try it out. Self-flagellating. It means being excessively self-critical, or really just punishing yourself over past mistakes. And when she pairs that with the word loop, she creates this vivid, incredible metaphor of a mind trapped in a destructive, endless cycle of repeating pain. What I find absolutely fascinating about modern English is how our vocabulary for ambition is literally evolving. Traditional linguistic expressions focus super heavily on the physical, rigorous side of things, right? We talk about goal setting, the hustle, and hard work. But modern Western self-help literature introduces a totally different cultural metaphor. Today, we use words like co-creating, alignment, and manifesting. Instead of fighting against the world to achieve a goal, this new language implies a partnership with the universe. It completely shifts the mindset from sheer force to intentional harmony. All right, moving right along to Section 2, mapping the subconscious mind. Let's look at the science of the mind. To really understand the vocabulary of our inner psychology, Morris introduces the concept of past programming. She's borrowing the language of computers here to describe how past traumas just kind of run on autopilot in our brains. And this maps out a very specific sequential process. It starts with step 1, beliefs, the things you consider fundamentally true. Those beliefs then trigger step 2, thoughts, which are specific mental events. And finally, those thoughts produce step 3, feelings, your actual emotional experience. Belief, thought, feeling. Understanding this precise sequence is a real game changer for mastering psychological English. Now, when we repeat that sequence over and over, we build neuropathways. Listen to the sounds there, it's a bit tricky. Neuropathways. Neuropathways are the actual physical connections in your brain formed by repeated thoughts or behaviors. It's a highly clinical term. But Morse also coins a neologism, a cool new phrase, to describe this in everyday self-help terms. She calls it the subconscious reel, like a movie playing on a loop. It's a metaphor that makes some seriously complex neuroscience instantly relatable. Now, what's really interesting about this next concept is how we describe things we can't see. Section 3, metaphors of energetic forces. It's so cool how advanced English speakers borrow concrete physical words to describe completely invisible realities. Let's compare some clinical terms with self-help metaphors. In psychology, your limbic system fires up when you face triggers, stimuli that provoke a really strong reaction. But in manifestation vocabulary, Morris describes this as dense energy. Dense literally means heavy and thick. So when your energy feels dense, you're using a physical property to articulate that invisible, totally frustrating feeling of being stuck. When we think about the emotional and vibrational ladder, it brilliantly illustrates exactly what we're talking about here. At the very bottom are words like shame, apathy, and grief. This is what we call dense energy. It's heavy, it's slow. But as you climb that ladder, you move up through neutrality and courage, all the way to love, joy, peace, and enlightenment. These are light or high-frequency energies. Having this vocabulary in your toolkit allows you to diagnose exactly where your mindset is sitting on any given day. Okay, let's pivot to action. Section 4, the manifestation blueprint. This is your plan for success. A blueprint is literally an architectural drawing, but metaphorically, it's your master plan for success. Let's focus on these actionable verbs of transformation, derived from Morris's secrets. Detangle, embody, rewrite, seek, embrace. Take a word like detangle. Literally, it means to remove physical knots, like from your hair. But metaphorically, you are smoothing out complicated, messy emotions. Or when you rewrite your rules, you aren't just changing your mind, you are actively authoring a brand new reality. Time to see what you've retained. Section 5, Interactive Vocabulary Checkpoint. Welcome to our virtual lab. I want you to actively pause for a second and test yourself on the new vocabulary we've covered today. Here is your question. Which term describes an automatic emotional reaction tied to past trauma? Is it A, blueprint, B, trigger, C, essence, or D, turmoil? Got your answer? The correct answer is B, trigger. A blueprint is a plan, essence is your core, and turmoil is basically just confusion or chaos. But a trigger is the precise clinical word for that sudden, automatic reaction fired off by your brain's limbic system when something right now reminds you of a past trauma. Huge high five if you got that right. So, the absolutely crucial point here is applying this to your own life. I'm putting my coach hat firmly on right now and challenging you. Step 1, identify one negative internal rule you hold. A dense rule. Maybe it's, I am terrible at public speaking in English. Step 2, apply a pattern interrupt. Do something physical to break that thought loop. Take a deep breath, or maybe go listen to an upbeat song. Finally, step 3, rewrite the rule. Say, I am in the process of becoming a confident English speaker. Do you see how that completely shifts your energy? Which brings us right to the finish line. Section 6, embodying your future self. Time to become the expression. To embody something literally means to be a living, breathing, physical expression of an idea. I want you to practice this metaphorical language with us in the comments. Number 1, how do you actively detangle dense energy when you are stressed out at work? Number 2, what specific things trigger your past programming? And number 3, how are you going to physically embody your new blueprint this week? I seriously cannot wait to see you guys using this high-level vocabulary in action. I'm going to leave you with this final, provocative thought to take your self-mastery off the screen and into your daily conversations. Will you let your unconscious past programming dictate your words? Or will you actively co-create your future reality today? The words you choose literally shape your world. Keep practicing, keep speaking with intention, and I will see you in the next explainer.
Thanks for being with us. See you on our next video. Let's speak up.